And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be. Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Conley's running, and it's Carter missing.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And the jam by J.R. Smith.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And Memphis would end up going 16-13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in the final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a second seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
Some changes for Memphis. And through one half, it hasn't even been. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys. Adams with it. On the court for Cleveland, Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5. And the dunk by James.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Pass to Adams. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 5. To the wing right side. And a wide open look for Freak. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Smith kicks to Love. Tries it from 19. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Drive by Adams. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off. And you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere.
For the Cavaliers, Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. McRae has come in for J.R. Smith. And it's Williams in for Matthew Dellavedova. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's James. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. 18 points for LeBron.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Puts up the baby hook. Nice touch on the back shot. 7 points for Vince Carter. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Mozgov's shot is off.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
James with it, and it's Carter picking him up. The pass to Mozgov. Another shot to the left side wing. McRae passes to James. The second chance effort. Barnes grabs the miss. And for Memphis, they're shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. Carter outside. Freak sets a screen for Carter.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
6 on the shot clock. With the teardrop. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Thompson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Williams dishes to Thompson. McRae passes to Mozgov. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Williams. The three. Kicks it out to James. It's Mozgov, high post. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. The screen from Thompson. They set the pick. Mozgov kicks to LeBron.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. Allen comes in for Vince Carter. Cleveland also making some changes. Fry comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Iman Shumpert in for McRae. Some people think LeBron's athleticism, Clark, has declined over the last few years. He might be the first to admit it. He still looks terrific, though.
Well, he's, that's a natural progression if you are LeBron, but he's still an elite athlete by NBA standards.
Cavaliers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Picked by Mozgov. Back to Williams. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And remember the quote from LeBron on the subject. Obviously, I'm not the 18-year-old kid that I was before, but I can still do the things I need to be successful.
Back to Adams. Feeds to Freak. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Thank you.
And, LeBron was just so far ahead of everyone in the league when he was young. I mean, even a LeBron who has lost a step is more athletic than 95% of our league.
First one falls for him. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
That's good.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Cleveland.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their 2nd and final game of the season series, being in opposite conference. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in the 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for James. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Williams.
Yeah, and they built the roster to how they played best midseason. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
And Adams kicks to Freak. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Cleveland controlling the game. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. There's a good screen. Dellavedova dishes to Fry. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Want me to Let's do it.
Up top, Adams. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He put his team on his back and carried them as we've seen him do before. And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
I'm a center, but my center can't shoot threes.
Let's take them back.
I'm going against my favorite team.
We got Blake Griffin and the Clips on deck tonight. Going up against him, you almost just hope you don't end up on a poster. But I've never been one to just get out the way. I'm ready to step up, no matter the consequences. Gotta earn my stripes sometime, you know? Here we go.
It's the home of the Clippers here in Los Angeles as 2K Sports presents our action live from the Staples Center. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the institution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Jeff Green. And it's Rivers in for J.J. Redick. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. McCarter's checked in for Gasol. Jermichael Green comes in for Zach Randolph. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Matt Barnes. And Allen subbed in for Lance Stevenson. So on the floor for Memphis, Conley and Allen in the backcourt. McCarter is out there with Green. And it's Carter in at the 3 side. And it's Conley penetrating. Lets it go from 14. The Clippers grab the miss. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Exactly. They split the series, Greg. Two elite teams and conference foes renewing that rivalry tonight. Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
Carter kicks to Freak. The 11-footer. Good. Freak's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Paul is doubled. And Cole. At the slam.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered.